What's up guys, Thomas from FT86 Speed Factory, and today we're getting into all the brand new products that we've gotten in for the month of October. Alright, so we got a couple different frameless rear view mirrors. We've got one with the manual tab for auto dimming, or for dimming, and then we also have one for auto dimming. That one's all electrical. That one's a little bit more expensive, but at 50 bucks, you can save 50 bucks if you just want to dim it yourself with this tab. Both of them have this garage door opener, this home sync thing, so that's pretty cool if you have an automatic garage door opener. These ones replace your factory rear view mirror. You'll slide the old one off and put this one on, then there's a torque screw that'll set this thing in place. I'll link that video if you want to check out how to install these. If you don't want to do the whole installation, we do have an option that just clamps onto your factory one that's a lot larger, so it gives you a larger viewing area of what's behind you, and that one's drastically cheaper than this route. What's also new about the interior is this FT86 Speed Factory carbon fiber steering wheel. This is for the 2017 and newer 86 and BRZs, very similar to the 2013 2016 ones that we have. This one's updated for the 2017 steering wheel. Now this has carbon fiber on the top and bottom, and there's a ton of red accents everywhere. You got a red stripe right at 12 o'clock. Now the sides and the bottom's actually a flat bottom steering wheel. These are covered in Alcantara, which is a very nice soft feel. I really like the Alcantara, but if you don't want Alcantara, we have a perforated leather option as well. So you got two different materials to choose from. Now compared to the stock steering wheel, which the 2017 made an improvement in their steering wheels, but when you take the stock ones and you have this in your hand and then you feel the FT86 Speed Factory one, this one is way thicker. You have contours right where your thumbs are going to go at 3 and 9 o'clock. It's a much better feel, and this one seems just really puny and thin. I'll actually have some measurements. I'll get a die caliper out and measure the thickness of the stock one versus the new one, so you guys can actually have like a number to reference the thickness of, because me saying it's thick doesn't tell you much other than it's thick. All right, here we go. We got the stock steering wheel here, and I'm going to measure right at the point where your hands go at 9 and 3 o'clock. So the thickness here is what I'm going to be measuring. Stock comes in at 33.26, and here we have the new steering wheel. I'm gonna measure at the same spot. The thickness right here is 34.43, so about a millimeter thicker, which doesn't sound like a lot on paper, but it actually makes a pretty big difference in your hand. Now we also have some actual wheels in this month. These are the Rays Gramlite 57CRs, the same wheels that we're running on our 86, just this is in a new color. This is the Sakura Pink, which is a super cool pink color. They're an 18 by 9.5 with a plus 38 offset. And let me give you a closer look at these wheels. And we also have another Rays wheel. This is the Rays 57DR in Eternal Blue. Eternal Blue is the same color we're running on the passenger side of our car, just this is the DR spoke design, and that's also the same fitment, 18 by 9.5 with a plus 38 offset. All right, let's talk about brakes, because we got some new brake components in from Faction Fab. We got some brake rotors, some stainless steel brake lines, and some brake pads. Now the rotors, they're bidirectional slotted rotors, so you can run them either way, and they're slotted, but the slots are different. They almost look like a boomerang. They're a swept back design, kind of like how the wings on an F-16 sweep back to make it better at flying faster. These ones are swept back as well to emulate some of those design engineering stuff that I don't understand, but they're supposed to be more effective as a brake rotor. So those are new, those are pretty neat. Now we also have stainless steel brake lines from them, and we also have some new brake pads, and those brake pads are more for the autocrosser, the light track day, occasional track day, and on the street. They're daily drivable. You can drive them every day, but they're not going to be too aggressive. So it's a step up above your stock pads, but not too aggressive that you can't daily them. So those are all new from Faction Fab. Now for lighting this month, we have some new fog lights, and these are some pretty crazy top-end fog lights. They're the JW Optical Chameleon HID headlights, hot fog lights, my bad, but they're almost as bright as headlights. So what the cool thing about this, other than the super brightness, is that they have a mechanical filter, a yellow filter, that'll switch on when you want yellow fog lights, or you can switch them off and they're white headlights or fog lights. They're not cheap, because this is kind of some new innovative stuff that no one's ever done before, but you can essentially have 2-in-1 fog lights. So if you want the widespread extra set of headlights, you can run the white lights. If you want to see through the fog or it's really rainy, you can switch that yellow filter on and you have perfect visibility, or as perfect visibility as you can get out of your fog lights. So these are pretty awesome. They're not cheap. If you want the top shelf stuff, most innovative stuff, then these are probably for you. Now, for those of you who are running a supercharged FA20 and you specifically have the HKS or the Cosworth supercharger kit, we've got some undersized pulleys for you. These are an upgrade pulley that are going to be smaller than the one that it comes with. That makes the blower spin faster, which in turn gives you more boost. So if you want a power upgrade, you're kind of okay with the power level and you want a little bit more power out of your supercharger, then these are a perfect upgrade. You take the belt off, you swap pulleys, put the belt back on, and now you've got a little bit more boost out of your supercharger. So those are new if you want a little bit more kick out of your supercharger. Now, if you guys watched the most recent vlog, you would have already seen this new splitter on our 8.6, and this is by Flow Design, and this is a new splitter made in Australia. This one's specifically made for the facelift models of the 2017 8.6. Sorry, it's not out for the BRZ right now, but they have one with these front splitter support rods. They also have one without. If you don't want it, just run it like a lip instead of more of a functional splitter. They also have them for the 2013-2016 FRSs. In my opinion, this is probably the most aesthetically pleasing front splitter. It's not all out race car. There is some kind of like nice appealing look to it cosmetically. It kind of flows with the design of the bumper. Where the bumper sticks out, the splitter kind of goes out, and then when it tucks back in, the splitter follows the same contours of the bumper, which is really nice. So you can run it as a lip if you want, but if you want more functionality out of it, get the ones with the splitter support rods, and you've got yourself like a decent splitter that probably will increase downforce. There's no scientific like tests, but it probably will. All right, I saved the best for last, and this is the new Nvidia N2 exhaust, an exhaust that you guys have been asking constantly for since it was released, and we finally got them in. So this is a 60mm catback with mandrel bends, and it flows out of 101mm tips. These tips are the titanium blue burnt finish, but they're also available in a stainless steel version that's a little bit cheaper. Now, where this exhaust falls in the line of the Nvidia exhaust lineup, this is going to be louder and cheaper than the R400 Gemini, but it's going to be more expensive and probably about the same loudness as the Nvidia N1. It's very similar to the MXP Comp RS design, but with all the fancy Nvidia trimmings. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any sound clips right now, but we are going to be installing this exhaust on our 8.6 soon, so about sometime next week, you'll be able to hear it and see it installed on an actual car, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions about any of the products we talked about in this video, feel free to send us an email at sales@ft86speedfactory.com. As always, all the links are going to be down in the description for you guys. You can head directly to our website by clicking right here. If you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button. This is Thomas, and I'll see you guys in the next video. At 12 o'clock, right at 12 o'clock, oh my God, 12 o'clock.